Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the USC Trojans, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Wolverines will kick it away to start. Out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Trojans' offense will have the football first. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, Dave.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. But you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over. That's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Steps away to find some room. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
What a great play. Winning one-on-one, getting home and getting a sack, and that kind of effort is going to get the big house fired up. These 100,000-plus Michigan Wolverine fans are on their feet screaming because of that dominant play right there coming from their D-line.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Just an ill-advised play by the defender to make contact with the quarterback after the throw, and it cost his team. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Under fire. He's going to take off. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good job by the defense getting to the quarterback and getting him on the ground for no gain. It's tough. Once you get there and get pressure, it's so hard to get these guys on the ground because they're elusive. Really good job wrapping them up and getting to the ground.
Off play action. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call is on. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. To the air on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
Well, he hauls that pass in. Big play for the offense. The Trojans have had such a history at this receiver position, right? You go back to Mike Williams, Keyshawn Johnson, Juju, and then Jordan Addison. There's always a playmaker on the perimeter of the field for the quarterback to take advantage of, and they've got to keep feeding this guy the football. He is dangerous.
Turning it on! They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a 1st down. Going to the run, it's Wormley. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to fire on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Wormley. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, try to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Knocked away, incomplete, and quarters get tight in the red zone. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So the Michigan Wolverines offense has the ball for the first time. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore Award at the end of the year.
There he goes! Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They've got it at the 37. It's first and 10. The give to the back. Running to Green. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. See that maze in blue, and you expect tough-minded, hard-nosed running attacks.
I expect big, physical, huge linemen that don't like people, that are going to move them out of the way and do just this, what we did right here. Move the sticks, get first downs on the ground. That's who Michigan is.
Well, it's clear the coaching staff had a little conversation before this drive, and they said, we have got to run the football. All 4 plays of this drive so far have been runs, and they're taking a bit of an attitude shift here. They want to be physical, and they want to pound the defense into submission.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon. You're seeing that here early.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And make the catch, and the defense will force a turnover on downs. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. So they've put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Offense in a bunch formation. Starts a drive trying to go up top. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. And they can't make the connection.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas. Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. The Trojans will punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The give is to Smith. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs throwing. You just can't do it better.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. He gets his first one of the day out of there, and they used him 3 times in that loss last week. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Got the quick completion. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the gun, running back gets to give. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, we know this offense obviously really struggled there last time out. They knew coming into this one they would have to be better at running the football, and that just has not happened in this game. They're simply not physical enough offensively at this point.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Pocket breaking down. Grabs it inside the 15. Running free, going to the end zone, but way back behind him, there's a flag on the field. And that is a punch right in the gut to make a play like that and have a penalty wipe it out. More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Oh, they're after him. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. He slides that just inside the right upright. That'll give them an early 6-0 lead.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Dropping back, it's Savage. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And it's not panic time yet for this offense, but last week was a really bad performance. This week, starting off a little bit slow. They got to find some form of rhythm. They got to find some way, get a few first downs, get some playmakers involved, because right now they just seem out of sync.
Yeah, I just feel watching this offense, they need a big play. They need their confidence to get going, get the mojo going, considering they really struggled their last time out. They just don't seem to have figured it out quite yet here in the first quarter.
And the pass is broken up, incomplete, but there is a penalty flag on the field, and they may be throwing it in reverse. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. And the Wolverines decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Bunch formation for these receivers. Wants to throw on first down. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. Got move on the return. Touchdown, Wolverines. The defense does the work itself with a pick six.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. It's Fowler. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Quickly complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. That's what a modern fullback has to do, almost like a tight end, to be able to be there and be available for the quarterback in the passing game, Jeff.
Yeah, you got to be able to do a lot of different things, Reese, no doubt about it. It's not just blocking, but it's lining up at different spots all over the field as well, running routes, and then being a viable option for your quarterback.
And I tell you what, really good job by the defense. They did not bite on it thinking it was a long pass down the field. You could tell they were ready for it. As soon as they saw the screen, they broke on it, got the running back down super quick.
Looking to throw again. Blasted as he lets it go. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Caught in the backfield. It's Smith. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Fox. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Snagged out of the air. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
Well, I love the decision-making by the quarterback, going to his go-to receiver in that situation of the game, but defense, come on. You got to know that's the guy the QB's looking for.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion of your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And the Trojans will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Looking to throw, it's Savage. The throw to the outside is complete. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And a play like that seems routine, but it only works if the quarterback can get the ball out on time and out in front of the wide receiver. That allows the receiver to keep separation from the defender, and the ball hits him in stride.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. It's complete. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. The Wolverines want to crank the tempo.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the 1st down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
To the air on 1st down. Fires toward the end zone. This is picked off in the end zone, but the officials are saying he was out of bounds. Just an incomplete pass and a huge break for the offense. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Quick strike complete.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's got his man, makes the grab. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. It's complete. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
Man, the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far, and that time just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
The Wolverines line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll leave it with him. Oh, he's got some space. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8. And the Wolverines kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. A 1st down run in the red zone. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for a man. It's Savage. Gets open down the middle. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Going right to work up top. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Wolverines bringing the heat on the defensive front as they have so many times through the years.
And you just think about guys that just look great in their youth. Big, strong, Aiden Hutchinson, Ajabo, a lot of these guys in the recent history, just they know how to get.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Great place to start for this offense. Holds and fires complete to the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
So the offense accepts the roughing the passer penalty, and they get a new set of downs. So they'll get a fresh set of downs thanks to that roughing the passer penalty. It's 1st and 10. The inside handoff. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to throw, it's Savage. Fires into the end zone. And they will score. Touchdown Wolverines. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And the extra point puts them on top 21-6. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity.
Breaks into the open. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Looking to throw on first down. The throw. Catch in the middle. It's Wormley. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Throws for the tight end. And the pass is broken up, incomplete. But wait, there's more. Flag on the field, and it might be against the offense. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Now on second down. The give on the option. Makes a man miss. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They go to the ground. Nice move to keep running. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Fowler. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Trojans in a good spot here with second and short. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And he scoops his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Clock winding towards zero. They'll get one more snap off. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, 1 half in the books, and I am eagerly looking forward to that second half in Ann Arbor. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in the big house.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Trojans will kick it off to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So here comes the Michigan offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Back to throw, it's Savage. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
All right, that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job on the defender.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. The Wolverines will punt it away on 4th down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the returner will be knocked down. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Looking to throw on 1st down. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. They'll send the back in motion. RPO complete to open the drive. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. To throw, it's Savage. Here's the pressure. Gets rid of it. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And the Wolverines line up to punt it away. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Unloads it left. Beautiful. They're not only ready to fight on, they're ready to deliver knockout punches with plays like that.
Yeah, they typically are, and it's typically Hollywood scripts, right? Just beautiful playmakers, big bodies, fast bodies, will highlight the famous celebrity quarterbacks. That's just, they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
And after taking a big loss on that run, you just wonder if you're of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any conclusions.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. Didn't get anything done. 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Very useful run there to get away from the goal line. He'll pick up 4 out to the 6.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Can't make the catch, and it'll be 3rd down. He had that thing and just lost his concentration.
Yeah, and you can tell he was trying to run with that football before he caught it. That slant route, you stick your foot in the ground, cut towards the QB. Those are one of those plays where he puts it on the money and you just try to make yards after the catch, but keyword being after the catch.
The Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field, and they got him for a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
Running it. Find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job of getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Back to pass. Pressure coming. Going to try to get it himself. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Hunt is in the air. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They didn't get much done the last time they had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Looking for a gap. It's Wormley. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Trying play action. He'll try to do it himself.
Hold on.
So that penalty's going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Rides the back on the option, the give. Across the 45. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
They'll give it to him again. Got room to work. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
The give to the back. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll keep it on the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth-quarter finish. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Trojans.
And I think he does a really good job here. Dropping back to pass, surveying the field, sees he's got some open space out wide, dump it to your playmaker. Your running back takes the football. He does the rest. Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the field, making a play.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
That's the way to start a drive, and now they'll try to follow up on 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. To the air. It's Savage. Unleashes one. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. Grabbed behind the line. It's Dallas. At the 35, he's open. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24. This defense, its head is spinning. And the Wolverines are marching down the field. Hires to the big fella. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Personal foul.
Look, you want to make the quarterback feel you. You want to get pressure in his face. That was so close, but just a tad late. And guys, bringing the heat is what any defense is about, but you have to stop short of making that official reach for his flag. On the run, it's Dallas. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, and they got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense. Aggressive attack. Come downhill, go get the running back, get him on the ground.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Time to find the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's doing.
This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed.
2-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time, he just tried to force it into a tiny window. It ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Handoff from the gun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I think at this point in the game now in the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there. It didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out on the perimeter of the field that can get you back in this game.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. So here comes the Michigan offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Scanning the field, it's Savage. Here's a heat. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on third down.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. The holder will spot it about 35 yards out. Oh, and the attempt is no good. And after the missed field goal, this lead is still at 12, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Trojans can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll run play action. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
You got to love what you've seen from the defense in this game, too. They knew coming into this one against this quarterback, being as talented as he is, they were going to have to be really good in coverage on the back end, and that's been the case all game long. They have never let it be easy for this quarterback.
They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Snagged in the middle. It's Fowler. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. The Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Caught behind the line. It's Harvey. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Hit as he throws. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
On fourth down, going to the air. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. A blown opportunity, missing that short field goal on the last drive, and now they'll try to put something on the board here. Gets it out quickly. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
And this offense, you can tell, just still feeling confident. Like, they have the lead. It's the fourth quarter. First down, that's not a running play. That's a passing play. They're really in a rhythm, feeling good about themselves.
The Wolverines have taken it inside the 20. Dropping back, it's Savage. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Looking for a big play. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. It's great for this quarterback to take shots down the field, but you just don't want it to feel like a give-up or a chuck it up and hope kind of play.
And I think understanding the situation, now I'm on defense, right? If they're going to take shots down the field, maybe I'm a little bit more aggressive with my blitz, understanding that everything's going to take a little bit more time to develop if they're going to take those deep shots.
Got his man downfield. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a...
And he gets the foot down. It's a catch deep along the left sideline. And the Trojans headed quickly to the line.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Behind the chains now on second and long. Dropping back, it's Hillstead. This time it's complete. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're in the red zone. First and 10 from the 20. Rides to back and leaves it. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Got some work to do after that last play. Second and 13. Wants to go up top. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away. Snap of this drive will come from their own 17. wants to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Fox. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the fourth quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They're in control of the clock as their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. Got his man. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
All right, offense, it's your turn. We got to get something together here. You got to get 2 scores, so they got to work fast. Defense, we just did our job. We just got you the ball back. I know there's still a long way to go, but got to make something happen really quickly.
Looking to throw, it's Hillstead. Got his man on the right. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Looking to the big tight end. He makes a catch. Turning it on. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. He'll set up to throw. And he was trying to cash in the end zone in this red zone threat, but it's incomplete.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. A 4th quarter field goal down by this much. That's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Doesn't do much to change the looks. Got to score the touchdown on 4th and goal. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. We'll see what this offense can do sitting inside its own 20. They'll go to the ground. A solid run there to create a little space. He's marked down at the 15. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Snap to the back. They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee. A strong, methodical, workman-like effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in